Wow. Okay, that was special. Hey, everybody. Merry Christmas. I'm Black Dragon, and welcome again to Black Dragon Biker TV. 7 years now. I'd like to thank you all for tuning in from wherever it is in the world that you happen to be. We are doing big things, having a great time. I'd like to welcome my co-host, Mike Ball. And
what's going on?
What's up, Mike, man?
Man, we're enjoying ourselves. We got Christmas. It's Christmas Eve, guys. We're
Christmas
right
Eve.
here. We didn't think we were going to make it through, huh?
Well, it's not over yet. We got an hour.
We do have a little. Well, I still got like 3 more hours.
Yeah. So yeah.
We'll see.
Listen, it's good to have you, man. Thank you for taking time away from your family this Christmas Eve.
And vice versa. We both make it happen.
And we got Kay Wayne, I believe, in the there he is. Kay Wayne there moderating for us. And these are the guys that helped me bring this show together. I appreciate you guys so much. Tonight we have a special treat. First of all, Merry Christmas to everyone out there. And this is my Christmas shirt that I bought in 1997.
I was 2. Damn. That's an older shirt, huh?
I bought this shirt in 1997. Wow.
That's crazy that you even remember the year. Like, I can't remember the year I got this shirt. You know, I've had it for a few years.
Like $100, which was like major money.
I would remember that then.
1997.
One shirt back then.
Blue one and a yellow one, but this one I bought for Christmas. And so every Christmas I break it out. I wonder if the company is still around. It was called Colors. Company out of New York. Yeah, spelled with a K. But anyway, we have a special show to. First of all, it is hardly ever, maybe never, hardly ever, ever that we actually get to interview on live television one percenters. They just don't do it, man. I don't know why. They just don't do it. And tonight we will be interviewing, and I believe this may be my first interview of a one percenter from
an active club. From Outcast. That's right.
I may have interviewed one or two more, but I can't remember. So for right now, this is my first interview. My first it's absolutely my first in-studio interview.
Hey, I'm Black Dragon, and welcome.
That's super cool.
Of a one percenter. He came over to the Dragon's Lair and sat down. His name is Cell Block. He's a one percenter here in Atlanta. And these guys are the story of how I met him. And one of the reasons I wanted to interview him specifically is because I met him in a parking lot one day. And he walked up on me. He knew me. He knew me by sight. Mm-hmm. And he walked up on me. And this kid, and I say kid because I'm 60 and y'all ain't. Yeah. But he's like this. I'm just like looking up to him. Like, I don't look up to most people.
No, you're already a really tall person. So
look up to me. I don't have this look up to thing.
Yeah.
But he says, I know who you are, OG. We've been talking. We had talked before, but it was our first time actually meeting, and he knew me by sight. And he explained to me a vision, because I was like, are you going to be in trouble? Are you going to do this? Are you going to do that? I got all these questions. I'm a big skeptic. And he said, he outlined a vision to me. And this was a vision of what he wanted to do in Atlanta as a one percenter with the community in terms of children, in terms of giving back to the community and building strong bonds within the community. And so I have watched him now for the past several years do this thing that he said he was going to do. And not just with his motorcycle club. Every time I look around, he's got a conglomeration of motorcycle clubs together to do these things that he's done. So I had him come over to the Dragon's Lair and have a talk with me. And I'm going to play that for you guys tonight. And then I'm going to play it again tomorrow morning for Christmas Day.
Nice.
And for the folks that don't get to see tonight. And I really am excited. And I'm going to stop in between and show some pictures and stuff and talk with you a little bit about what we're going to see and some of the great things he's up to. I haven't. This is actually, I think, I haven't interviewed anyone in the Dragon's Lair in a minute. So we were having equipment problems and the camera stopped and all kinds of stuff. So
all the things that can go wrong do go wrong, guys. That's the way it works. That's the way it works. Trust me. That I know. You know, we make it look real easy. Let me tell you, it's really hard. There's always something.
It was a
like
pain.
I'm sitting here, like you'll be filming the whole time, and as you're filming, you're done, and then you go, "Oh, the camera wasn't on."
Yeah.
How many times has that happened?
That happened to us in that very interview.
See, look, I'm calling it. I'm calling
it. The camera wasn't working. We had to start all over. We had to start a couple of times, you know. So
yeah.
we have the trinkets and the toys, and we got to do these things. All right, so let's without any further ado, let's go over. Oh, I need to share the screen so you can share the screen.
That's right.
Share screen, so I can look over.
Then I can control it. Then.
yeah. You. So I can look over. Can we get
all right? Boom.
Can we get that screen shared, guys?
Boom.
Oh, hold up. Whoa.
Are we supposed to be showing that?
No, that's not the screen I was trying to share. Was it?
It's already grabbing a different. It's grabbing a different file.
Oh my goodness. Okay, we'll try this again.
When that happens.
That was supposed to grab this screen.
Yep. Boom.
Is that there we go. Man, Mikey. I'm glad we X-rayed stuff up.
Yeah, hey, luckily if there would have been, I would have pulled it off and kicked us off stream right now. Let's go.
Man. Okay, here we go.
Let's go restart. No, I'm just kidding.
All right, so we're gonna start playing this, and we're gonna go forward and check this out, Mikey.
Let's do it.
Hey, I'm Black Dragon, and welcome to another edition of Black Dragon Biker TV. And as always, I'd like to thank you all for tuning in from wherever it is in the world that you happen to be. Today we have a special show, so make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and share this out so that your friends and loved ones can see it. We have the pleasure of having from the mighty Outcast Motorcycle Club Nation Atlanta chapter, Brother Cell Block. Welcome to the show, man.
Thank you.
Man, it's really good to have you. We don't often get an opportunity to interview a lot of guys from your side. So we look to learn a lot from you guys when we get you guys here. And this is going to be a kind of an interesting interview because of a lot of the things that you've been doing out in the community. I wanted to talk about it and let folks see it. So, but I wanted to talk about when we first met and face to face. And do you remember that day?
Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah. So where did we meet?
We met at the mall. I had just actually got my brother and was taking him shopping for his birthday, and then I seen you in the parking lot. You was pulling up, and we just started conversing.
And there's not too many people that stand head and shoulders over me. Like I'm normally the biggest, something in the room.
Right.
And I was like, holy moly.
Right.
Who is this guy? You told me that you had a plan. You told me, I'm Cell Block from Outcast. I know who you are. We've been talking, we've been conversing. And I got a plan. And I told you I would stand behind you in anything you were going to do if you were going to do these things.
Correct.
So tell us what it was that you told me you was going to do.
Well, pretty much I was just telling you that, moving forward, being more active and to interact with the community, because that's what we all here for. That's what we say we sign up for, and that's traditionally that's what we all do from the past and bringing it to the present, where you have people from clubs that are old as mine to other clubs that date back further. And that's how they all started. They all started from being involved with the community. they all started from being involved with the community and being there for each other. It was more of a brotherhood, and we're going to be here to do XYZ. Meaning, if they needed somebody's house caught on fire, that motorcycle club was going to make sure that household had everything that they needed. Even back from when my club first came to Atlanta, and they was over in the Mechanicsville area, they made sure that none of the guys on or whoever was on drugs broke into people's houses. Even the mayor came over there and gave his 2 cents on, hey, I appreciate what y'all doing.
I saw that
over here. So
I saw the interview, and we're going to play that when the mayor actually came and stopped by. But I want to go back to, I want to talk about that for a minute. The fact that in the old days, when a motorcycle club came to a community, that community was safe.
Correct.
Especially if you was in the hood. The drug dealers moved differently if they didn't move out.
Correct.
The bums on the street and stuff, and the addicts that were breaking the houses and stuff, that ceased. Nobody would screw with a neighborhood with a motorcycle club in it. And the people were safe. The people felt like in their community there was a group of brothers that could protect the community. They didn't need a police department, police force. They had us. So when you told me that you wanted to bring and further solidify that as a young buck coming through, I said, well, let me see. I'll back you. I will stand behind everything you do if that's what you're doing in the neighborhood. So I've watched. How long was that ago? 4 years ago? 5 years ago. Damn. So
time been rolling.
It has been. I'm old as hell.
Time has been rolling. It was 5 years ago.
So just tell us some of the stuff you've done. And you told me in particular, you wanted to do things for the children, most especially.
Correct. Most of what I do, I'm hands-on in the trenches with the kids because I myself did time. So seeing them come in.
Well, I wasn't going to say that, but when I met you, you had just gotten out.
Correct.
And that's when you told me you were on your mission. And I was like, I want you to stay clean and stay out of trouble and do this thing. Correct. So, yes, go ahead.
And just seeing our youth throughout Atlanta, not having, mentors or somebody they can come to, you know what I'm saying? They're going to look up the certain people that they can identify with. So they can identify with somebody who's been in their shoes or walked in the path that they may be going down the wrong road. If you can alter that, then there'll be one child you can save out of 100. You're going to better save all of them. But it's the fact that you got them to listen and to comprehend what you're getting. Once you do that, hey, it's up to the child to see which way they're going to go.
So you have been providing this mentorship, this mentorness for children. Please tell us, and I've watched this. Tell us all of the programs you've instituted for these children over the last 5 years.
So it all started 5 years ago. I did my first Christmas event where you have people that are incarcerated, whether it's a female or a male, single parent moms, single parent dads, and those particular people aren't able to afford a decent Christmas for those kids. I'm there for them. I reached out. I had a vision. I reached out to all the clubs and all the clubs throughout Atlanta.
That's the important thing. You reached out to all the motorcycle clubs in Atlanta.
All of them. And it gets bigger and bigger every year.
And as the 1% dominant club in this area, you show the way in terms of follow me. Let's all come together.
Let's make it work together.
And make it work.
That's the main thing, making it work together where people can actually see that you making a difference, not just through your club, but all the clubs coming together. You know what I'm saying? So you don't have somebody over here doing a Christmas party for the kids, somebody over here doing a Christmas party. You got all y'all coming together, all the way down to the mayor. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Like, that's a big thing. Like, every year I have somebody different coming through that believes in what I believe in. And when I give them my spiel on, hey, we got this going on in the community. How about you come out and help support? They're gonna come due to the fact that they believe in what I'm putting out. And what I'm putting out is, hey, if we can sit up and be righteous to our community gonna respect that. And we can also take the black eye on what they got on motorcycle clubs, period. Not just my motorcycle club, but all motorcycle clubs.
Yeah.
So
this was your 5th year. That's crazy. You got out and got busy, and this is the minute you got out 5 years ago.
Oh, I've been out going on 7 years.
7 years. So when I met you, you said, I'm going to do this, and this 5 years ago. So boom, you had your first Christmas party for the kids. Next year, and I just went over there. Yeah, was it yesterday? Saturday. Yeah, I'm getting old. So we just went over there Saturday, and there was cars parked all down the clubhouse, down the road a mile damn long, with children everywhere.
It was 51 clubs.
Damn.
Total, and then you had a lot of black-owned businesses. I won't say their name because they don't want to be, they doing it from the heart. So when you got somebody doing it from the heart, you don't want to put their name out there. But it was quite a few black-owned businesses. A few people from the city, a few people from the mayor's office. A lot of people contributed to make that possible. And we had 98 kids we had 101 kids and close to 60 families.
Wow.
And it all started out when I first did it. It started out with 23 families. My very first year was 23 families, and there was 13, 14 clubs.
Now it's 51 clubs, 60 families. And what did you gave away toys or what did you?
So basically, we have the kids, they can come in and meet Santa. It's ladies and men throughout the set that works for different areas of the government as far as social services or whatever the case may be. So we get those names, and these names are the names of the families that really need the help. They can't afford it. Can't afford a good Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
So getting those names, distribute the families out to the clubs, because like pulling a name out the hat.
Mm-hmm.
So once you get that family, whatever on that list, that club gonna get.
Oh wow! So you got a whole club
You
put
got
together a list.
Clubs that'll get whatever on that list. It could be a sofa, bed, TV, microwave. It's not just toys and clothes. It's
stuff people need.
It's the necessities,
right,
all the way down to underwear, whatever, because these folks really need it.
Wow.
So when these clubs do this, they doing it from the heart. They ain't doing it just for recognition. That's why I don't have the news though.
That's real money. That's real money, real effort that they're putting into. Wow. And so I'm sure there were lots of smiles on everybody's faces.
When you do it from the heart, you're gonna respect and enjoy doing it. And you can't even compare to the smiles on the parents' face and the smiles on the kids' face to not know that they actually have somebody from the biker community taking the time out to buy this stuff,
right,
that they so desperately need.
Right.
And it's not the fact of that they had the stuff now to make it a good Christmas, but these clubs also, if the parent needs a job, you got people throughout the set that some is HR, some is supervisor. So you actually helping these people, the parents, get on their feet still. It's not like, you just give them something and they wrote out the script. No, you still staying in contact with them. You're still making it possible. Hey, what you need? Help you get a job, or you there.
Mm-hmm.
You're doing it from the heart.
Mm.
It's not like you just doing something for a family, you just throwing them away.
So Christmas is not the only thing you guys do. You do book bag drives and all kinds of things, right?
Us and our sport clubs and other clubs throughout the set, from all over. And that's the crazy part. It's just not Atlanta. It's all over Georgia. We focus on getting the book bag drive. We focus on the back to school concerts, or whatever we can do to just motivate the kids to be interested in going back to school, coming from the summertime break and being, not focused on, oh, we got to go back to school. We want to make it fun for them to be prepared to go back to school so you can further their education. Now, if you give them a reason to want to go back to school, they're going to enjoy it. But if you just give it to them, well, oh, we're just going back to school. Here we go. We can work again. They're not going to accept that.
So I want to ask you something. A sheriff recently said, and I want to ask this of a 1%er. A sheriff recently said that you guys only do this stuff to make your reputation better. You don't do this out of the heart for children. That this is some bullshit and some propaganda stuff. He said that recently. What do you have what would your response be to something like that? Is this truly from your heart, or how would you respond to that?
My response to that would be ignorant on his behalf. To not know me as a person, or know anybody, not just me, but not know anybody on the set as an individual that came from every walk of life. If you're doing something from the heart, it don't matter what we got on our back. It's what we got in our heart. So it's ignorant for him to say something so naive. I mean, that don't even make sense. We doing it for the propaganda. You got people that's lawyers and doctors that's in motorcycle clubs. So what? It's propaganda with them too? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when you have people that's uneducated to know what we do on the set, of course they're going to go by the stigma that they hear about. Oh, they just like Sons and Arca. Oh, they just like this. They just like that. But if you come around us and see how we really get out and how we really are involved, you'll know. You wouldn't be so quick to hone in and say something like that. Because now I can say something back towards that as how many people you see out there doing something from the sheriff department for the community and not scaring people while they doing it. You see, you got to be able to have the little, leeway to say certain stuff and not have it throw it back at you. So when you say you ought to take an oath, you should be the first one beside me making sure that these kids have everything they want for Christmas. Or be willing to say, hey, you about to go back to school. Let me do something positive.
Right.
How many people you got doing it?
Right.
Think about how many organizations outside of what we do actually be out in the trenches. That's what you got to ask yourself. How many coalitions of police or senators or congressmen you see out there in the trenches? Now, they do all that and say all that from a political aspect. They tell us the lies. That's their propaganda.
You see them out there for campaigning.
They're right. But once they get that, you don't see them no more. Poof. Where you at?
Right.
You was in the trenches, shaking hands and kissing the babies, but
in the neighborhood with them, where your clubhouse is, protecting them.
No. I'm not protecting.
Well, I say that the clubhouses do protect the neighborhood.
No, I'm talking the police.
No, I'm talking about the club.
The club is going to do that.
Clubhouse, protecting the clubhouse. Oh, I see what you was thinking. No,
yeah.
But protecting the neighborhood, looking out after the children. Where I come from, the Black Sabbath Motorcycle Club was a fixture in the community. When we rode past, the children would stop and turn and stare.
And they still do.
And we were role models. We were heroes, like cowboys on horses or something, rolling.
Correct.
So every day you're in the community. Every day you're setting examples.
Your hands on.
Yeah.
It's not a job. It's a lifestyle. I'm just gonna be honest with you. If you don't have a heart, you're not gonna be able to do it.
Yeah. Switching. First of all, I just want to say thank you so much. The communities in Atlanta we saw and we look at Black Sabbath Biker TV, man, we are very proud of what y'all are doing and taking that leadership role, bringing those 51 clubs together. And this is stuff we've been doing all year. Every time you do something, you send me pictures and stuff. I am so pleased with what I have seen from you in the last 5 years. Because, I was skeptical. Okay, yeah, all right, we'll see.
Right.
And you've been holding it down. Let's move a little bit to Motorcycle Club.
Okay, so before we move to the next section, take that screen down. Let me work over here for a minute and pull another screen up real quick.
Absolutely.
I want to show some pictures that he sent me.
Nice.
Of that night. Hopefully I don't mess everything up. Let's see.
You're very right. This brother is very real, and it's totally a lifestyle, it's a life choice.
Right. Did I say that? Okay, so were you answering the question or talking to me?
I was answering the question or comments down there, but I don't see the correct screen.
No, not yet. Hold on. Yeah. I'm trying to get the correct screen up. That's not it.
No, that's a fact, Bats. Doing the right thing and helping out may not get noticed, but for those people that are getting help means the world, and they will never forget. And that's something that the mainstream media is not going to care about, but those families are forever, or those people are forever going to be affected forever. They'll remember that.
Now we're going to get a look at those families. So go to that screen there. Mike, thank you so much. So this was the day in the clubhouse. This is their clubhouse, and they had 51 clubs there, and and they had all these children, and they were giving away gifts of all kinds of things. The way I understand it, I believe, is a club gets a family's name, and then there's a list of the things that family might need, if I understand it correctly, and then that club goes all out to get those things for that family.
Wow.
So like almost like each family is sponsored by a club, which we've seen clubs do that before. So anyway, can I? Yeah. So to let me zoom in, look at this, man. I need to be respected for my skills right here. I'm showing.
Absolutely.
But, here we are. Here's the Hood Riders MC. There's other MCs in here that you can see, and everybody is.
Every patch is different. It's crazy.
Yeah, all these patches inside the club, everybody giving and participating. Now, this is Cell Block here with someone from another club. So this is another Diamond Club. Oh, I think this is Red Rum. Yeah, that's Red Rum right there.
It looks like it. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I didn't want to call it out if I was wrong,
Yeah, Red Rum is there. And this is I wanted to show a lot of these clubs and stuff that were there. Everybody's saying hi. That's how they say hi.
Hello.
Be offended by that. That's the one percenter salute there. And I believe the clubhouse is on Lucille Avenue. That's what that is. And
nice,
man. And look at the Christmas tree with all the toys. Is that amazing? And
that's super cool.
Isn't that cool, man? So this is what they were doing for the children. And this is not the only thing. They're doing this. Okay, kill that screen for me.
All right.
They're doing this all year long. The book bags and everything. Now I want to show this.
Yeah, they're not necessarily doing it just during Christmas. Like no. It sounds like dudes like these guys are always out here doing it. Kind of an all big
so
thing.
This is when the mayor came last year.
Wow.
And so I was just really impressed because Cell Block went and got the mayor, and the way he kind of did it was gangster when you think about it, because he went up to the mayor and said, "I vote for you, and I voted for you, and I'm gonna vote for you. Now you got to come by our clubhouse and see what we're doing." And so when you're that direct, the mayor is like, "All right, I'll show up." So here we are.
I'm glad to see this that's happening right here, right now, to experience this. This group of men and women, this Outclass Club, Outcast, y'all showing out today. This is outstanding to be able to see you all give back to the community in such a special way. Feeding folks, making sure people have Christmas gifts, toys, bicycles, arts and crafts, the whole community, inside, outside. This is a special sight to see, and I am just grateful for my name twin, Andre. Both of us named Andre. I'm glad that he approached me and said, "You got to come by." He asked me this before the election. He said, "I vote for you. I support you. I believe in you. You got to come by and see what we're doing." It takes months, if not a year, to pull this off. And y'all have done this for numerous years to get this done. So all of you that have labored, supported, put your money, your time, your energy, your prayers into this, I'm so grateful. And I know that everybody that's being blessed today is thankful and grateful. Our city is better when the hearts of people like you are on display like this. I'm proud of what I see right here as a native Atlanta homeboy. Seeing y'all do good. When y'all do good, we do good, and we're going to keep doing good together. So Merry Christmas to everybody. God bless you all, and let's keep having a great time.
Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing.
Is that cool or what, man? And go back to the picture for a minute. I know all these guys. All these guys up there. And then you see Santa here, and these men have been in this community here in Atlanta. I've been here 22 years, and I got here in 2000. It's 2024 now. I got here in 1999, so I've been here almost 25 years. Holy moly, I'm old. And these guys have been here the whole time doing this thing down there.
Wow.
So, man, it is just amazing. I wanted to show that before we kind of went into our next phase of this interview. So the first phase of the interview was talking about, of course, what they do in the community and what they've been doing. And this is up and down. This is up and down. The state of Georgia, this club has really been knocking it out. But I want to point out, and it's really funny what he says. He made sure to make sure that I knew that, hey man, we had 51 clubs here. This wasn't just us. We got the whole community reaching out and doing this, all the clubs that we can possibly get. And it's not just the Outclass. It's all these other 1% clubs. We have them all here in Atlanta. We have them all. We have Hell's Lovers and Sin City and Wheels of Soul and Chosen Few. We have them all. I hope. I know I've left somebody out, but we got them all. So all of our clubs here on the 1% side are really moving to make these things happen for these communities. This is an amazing thing that we're seeing with these clubs. And the Outcast Club in particular is very active in Georgia, up and down from here in Atlanta all the way down to Savannah, up and down the whole.
Wow.
Well, we don't have a seaboard, but up and down the we don't have a peninsula either. Up and down the
state. You guys have a state, though. You guys have a state.
We don't have a boardwalk. We don't have a peninsula. We don't have an eastern seaboard. We don't have that. But so I wanted to show those things before we went back to the next. So the second half of the interview, we're going to talk a little bit about motorcycle clubs
Okay.
and brotherhood. And I hate because some of this interview got cut off
Hate
because
that.
my equipment
Happens.
So what you don't get to say, see, is when I asked him, okay, so what's your rank, and who are you, and who are you? And his answer was really something that I've heard from a lot of guys on that, what we call on that side of the fence. And but it was really interesting to hear it, because it to me, if more 99% clubs thought like this, the 99% world would be much stronger. And so what he said was, I don't want my title, my rank out there, because in our clubs that changes. I might not be that tomorrow. I just want to be known as a brother in the club. And I can remember when I talked to the last president over there in Atlanta, and I quoted him in my book, President's Bible. He gave me some stuff in my book, President's Bible. And I don't know, but he talked about that very same thing. I'm just a brother in the club that today they've elected as president, and it won't be that way tomorrow.
Yeah.
And
ranking is just a responsibility at that point. It's just a responsibility.
I'm honored to work for my brothers in this capacity right now. But, for your book, you can just call me a brother in the club. And I was like, no, I'm going to call you president. But it was so cool to hear that from another brother in the club, like 2 years later. Like they're moving that. So we're going to talk a little bit about clubs right now. And I kind of wanted you to hear it from their perspective, kind of how they think. So let's move into phase 2 of this interview.
Do it.
What is it that brought you to a motorcycle club? Were you always a rider, or was that new for you? Or what made you want to be in an MC?
I want to say, to be honest with you, here in Atlanta, all you seen was Outcast. So it's kind of like, it's like you said, the little kids see the guys going about on the motorcycle, like, oh shit, that's what I want to be. I want to be like him. And that's, they'll stop, and I ain't gonna lie, man, we used to skip school and go to one of the dude's house, like kick it. Or after school, we going over his house, and he do the tattoos, and he just talking, and like, he just like,
And I know who you talking about.
yeah, he's just like, wow, like, yeah, this is where I want to be at. This is what I want to be. This is what I want to do. But it's like they were still doing the same thing I'm doing. I'm just a new version of it. They were still having the Halloween parties. Like I had Halloween parties. They were still doing they was giving out turkeys for Thanksgiving. It's like Outcast was still doing a lot of stuff that I'm doing. I'm just the new generation.
Right.
So I'm just carrying on.
We've always done this motorcycle club. This is something your club has always done.
Our club has always done. Always in the community. Always gave out turkeys. Always, been involved with the Halloween parties for the kids. Make sure that they didn't, just get messed up. Just talking to them, spending time with them. People put a bad taste in their mouth when they say our name, but you can't really put a bad taste in there if you ain't never been around. And if you from Atlanta, that's all you seen. You didn't see another motorcycle club right around. All you seen was this.
When I came here 20 years ago, your club embraced me and gave me the opportunity to put my club here. And the funny thing about it, it was just like, it wasn't hard. You know what I mean? Back then, it was just, hey, yeah, you want to do something? So there was always support in the neighborhood for things like that. Let me ask you this. When you're on that motorcycle and you're rolling with your brothers, what is that feeling like for you?
For me, it's the camaraderie.
Mm-hmm.
It's camaraderie that I know I got with this person. That it's that bond that ain't gonna never be broke. Like we roll until the wheel fall off. If you get what I mean, we here. We can go on the road, we can make some memories, and that's the best part of being in the club.
Now, is it a foregone conclusion that being in a motorcycle is going to break your heart? In a motorcycle club is going to break your heart at some point or another. And what do you do to survive that if and when it happens?
I would say this. If you ain't putting out blood, sweat, and tears towards the club, you ain't gonna never understand. You're gonna get heartbroken. You're gonna have differences. I mean, it's what family ain't got a problem? That's how you know you're a friend. But anything that outside their house that's got a problem is gonna be dealt with due to the fact of y'all got a brotherhood. And that's what makes it so strong. Because when you go on that road, you can't argue with nobody 90 miles an hour.
That's true.
You ain't never heard nobody argue 90 miles an hour.
No.
But when you go out of town and you go to a different place, foreign that you ain't never been to, like y'all out sightseeing and y'all having a good time, that's a memory, man. 5 years ago, we did this, we did that. That's a memory. You got some people you can't even do that with. Why? Because y'all not gonna relate. So when you're in a motorcycle club, you get something that you can relate to, and not only that you're gonna relate to, but you always gonna have that bond with. There's more to it than hey, let me borrow $1.
So, what's your rank? This, that, and the other. He goes, that's not necessary. I'm just a brother in the club.
Right.
I think that I see that more and more on y'all side than I do on ours. Speak to that.
So when it comes to that, you basically looking at the fact of you got somebody as a president. On y'all side, the person that's president can only be two things: a dictator or a leader. That's two different people. How many leaders can you say can fulfill them shoes as president? And how many was a dictator? On our side, it ain't no dictatorship. Be the president, do what you're supposed to do. We're gonna move forward. That title can change at any given time. The club see fit for it to change, and we got somebody that can put that person in that spot. That's how it's gonna be. Nothing is in stone. It can always be changed. It's never gonna be that one particular person calling the shots forever. On y'all side, y'all got people president 15, 20 years. For one, lack of knowledge. People don't know that you can vote this person out, put somebody else in there. And for two, they really just not deal with the consequences of the dictator passing judgment and kicking them out the club. If you got somebody that sits in the seat, they're going to recognize the solution to any problem. If you can't recognize the solution to that problem, you got to go to the body, which is the club, and ask them for what do y'all think? Because he's not going to make that executive decision on his own. He's going to ask the club, what do you think? You see what I'm saying? And that's more so what on your side they don't do. It's all about what the president say, that's what's going to go. I. What about we? We can't talk. We can't say shit. So y'all don't have the problems that y'all have. You see what I'm saying? But if you pass shit down like it's supposed to, that person as the president know that the person coming behind him is going to continue the job that he left off on. That's why our club been around so long. Because we continue to build and to spread and keep going and making sure that traditionally we keep the aspect of our club going to what we were taught. You see what I'm saying? So some people aren't fortunate enough to have that.
Man, I think you taught a whole lot in them few words there. I certainly appreciate you. So, what do you see as your goal for 5 years from now for what you're doing with the children and the programs? Where do you see yourself 5 years from now with this?
5 years from now, I see bigger organizations being involved as far as with donations and contributing from a physical aspect.
And unfortunately, the camera ran out of film, but basically what he was saying is 5 years from now, he sees more organizations involved, more toys and things being given away, more clubs being involved, and more organizations that'll come out of from behind the a lot of folks will donate but won't necessarily come out and
be there and present.
And he wants he doesn't want just the money. He wants the participation, and damn it, I think he's going to get it. When I met this guy, he told me that he was on a path to do these things for the community, and he articulated a goal, and I've watched him work to fulfill that goal, and everything from bringing mayors out to bringing more and more people, and he's been steadfast on that journey. I bet he's tired now, but he's been steadfast on that journey.
He wasn't just talking about it. He was really, he really meant it before when he told you originally, and then years later actually executing it and doing it. There's a big difference between, saying you're going to do something and then actually following through and doing it. It starts with you to make that change. And if it weren't for one particular person or organization, then maybe this whole thing wouldn't have started, right? So it takes, someone to start it, and that's amazing.
Now, what he said about the we in clubs, something I've been preaching for ever. Stop saying I, mine, me, and start saying we. I think he shed a lot of light in 99% clubs. You do see a lot of presidents for life. You do see a lot of 15 and 20 and 30-year presidents, and presidents that will go out and trademark the colors and put the colors in their names. Yep. And the members won't have bylaws. You can't believe how many clubs I've consulted with.
Yep.
Where members don't even have bylaws. The bylaws are like read down to them. Like you have to go to the Oracle.
You have to remember it. Like only the Sergeant of Arms can read it to you, or something.
Right. Like you have to go to the Holy Grail. You got to go to the Oracle.
I've heard this.
And pray to it 3 times, and then the Sergeant at Arms will read a passage out to you. And then you get to go back and say, "Oh, it has been written by the Oracle that we can now go on a ride this Tuesday. And if not to do so, will be a $500 fine per member." Amen.
Yep.
And it's crazy.
It is.
When I and so many clubs I know, they'll call me or they'll send me a message. Can the founder do this to us? The founder can do anything you let him do.
Mm-hmm.
The president can do anything you let them do. On the other side of the fence, they have a bigger accountability session. You might have to meet up with your club brother one-on-one and get your jaw jacked. It's I have seen presidents get beaten up, and the guy that beat him up is the president now. I've seen that kind of thing, and it's a completely interesting way of thinking, but the accountability from brother to brother is strong, and I think that's why I like to interview those guys, because it really gives a 99% club that wants to really be serious about their business. You don't have to be trying to sport a diamond or anything, but you can absolutely become more dedicated and more serious, more honorable, and more in tune to your club. So many guys, oh man, I'm just trying to keep my head low, and I'm not even thinking about the BS. I just want to keep my head low, and they will watch a guy run the club into the ground.
Yep.
These guys, these nations that have been around for, coming up on 70 and 80 years, some of these clubs, and more for others, these folks don't want to see a nation
Right.
that's got that much history crash into the ground because somebody was a bozo.
Right.
So they work hard to keep the accountability system. Hey, we can fight amongst ourselves. I don't even got to like the guy next to me, but I tell you what, if we get outside these doors and there's an issue, you will never be able to tell that there was any kind of a wedge between us, because united we stand, divided we fall. There's no karate fist that works like this.
That's right.
There's something like this or something like, everything is working together, but you don't swing at anybody like this, because it doesn't get the job done.
It's just like with the theory of absolutely. It's just like the theory of when you take a whole bunch of sticks or tree branches together. Well, individually they're just tree branches, but you put them all together, you have a solid club. You know what I mean? So that's the way I've always looked at it. Absolutely, you have to be united.
Or particle board.
Mm-hmm.
Does that? You press that together? It's no good. Anyway, that's our Christmas show this Christmas Eve. With the club giving back, and I'm also going to have this same show on tomorrow morning, so that folks will be able to see it again.
Right on.
And
that's definitely a big message that I think needs to be spread as much as possible. He had some amazing things to say, and not only what he's saying, but what they're actually doing. Like they're showing this by example and showing it not by words, but literally by action. So that's amazing. I mean, like how a few of you guys caught in the chat, you guys were going, holy crap, seeing an actual mayor inside of a clubhouse alone is insane, but then bring them inside of a 1% clubhouse.
Yes,
that's even more hardcore. Like that's wow.
And then he reached out to his Atlanta roots. He says, I'm a homeboy from Atlanta. So, he was saying a lot in that sentence. He was saying, I know you guys, I know about you, I know where you come from, and I feel so good seeing you guys doing great stuff. And when you grow, we grow. He said all that. You had to catch all that in the meaning of what he was saying. So I just thought that was pretty awesome.
It's heavy.
You gonna have a good Christmas tomorrow, Mike?
Absolutely. I've got the family, and that is the biggest blessing on the planet for me. As long as I can be with them, it's money made,
And I got to see your parents yesterday. That was really
cool.
Man.
You got to hang out with them for a little bit, got to conversate, which was really cool when they came over. That
was really cool. That's the second time I've got to interact with your parents. The first time was not on such great
I had just died 4 times, no big deal, No, you got to chat with my parents in the most distressed time possible.
You didn't have a leg, you were laying where were you, in the living room or something? Did you
and that very moment I couldn't go upstairs because I had just been brought back home from the hospital. So when I did, my room was upstairs. Can't get up there without a leg, right? So, and I didn't have enough strength in me yet to go up backwards on the stairs. So what I had to do was I had to recover in the downstairs dining room, and that's where you saw me. So we pulled out one of those couches that have a bed, and they set it up all super nice with all my recovery stuff in there. It was amazing.
Yes,
absolutely amazing.
It looked like a hospital room, but
totally, they dialed it.
So it was good to see them on better terms. You know what I mean?
A lot better on Christmas too. A lot better feeling.
So that was cool. Please tell your parents I said hi again.
Will do.
And dang, Mike, I can't believe I'm 100 years older than you, man. That's horrible.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing.
But I consider you a dear friend, my friend,
and vice versa. Facts.
You guys, I don't know if I'll be on live tomorrow or not. I don't know, but we
definitely kind of thing.
Showing this again tomorrow for anybody who didn't get to see it. So this will be our Christmas show. And hey, we got some cool stuff coming up next year, man. got some cool stuff coming. Brand new podcast and everything, man. So, Mike,
right.
you're on about 100 different shows. Well, everybody wants you as their producer, man. This is
home base right here. This is home base.
You're on so many shows. Who else's shows are you on? I'm so jealous right now.
Well, it's me and Hollywood doing the Hollywood and Mike show, and then it's me and Archbishop on Wednesdays doing the Diamond Effect, and then me and you Monday through Friday, which is amazing. And then on top of that, me and you are going to be doing our podcast as well in our show. So that's even going to be on top of this stuff. So we're really making some moves here, guys. We're making it happen for you.
So what people don't know about you is you have been streaming longer than all of us put together. How you've been streaming
15 years.
I've
been streaming so I've been streaming since before YouTube had the stream feature. So I was streaming on websites back in the day, like Justin.tv, which is now Twitch.tv. I was streaming on all these other streaming platforms because YouTube didn't have it at the time. And we were just finding out that live streaming was like a big deal back in 2014, 20, something like that. It was like it would just start launching. And we were like, and this is on the video game side. So that's what I was doing. And so I joined the whole organization, WBG, World's Best Gaming. I competed for millions of dollars. I mean, the gaming community is mega. So I was in the gaming community forever. And then I had my own platform as well. So I really got to learn all the mechanics of like engineering sound. And because you're your own producer, this, you're up here doing everything by yourself. And so when you go and do a show of that magnitude, of that level, you start learning all the little hotkeys and all the little things to make your show quicker and more dynamic, stuff like that. And so that's where it originally started for me. It's been a long road.
Wow. And then, when we first got started, you would troubleshoot my whole system from your phone.
Yeah, that's right. Yep. We'd be on the phone together and you'd tell me the problem.
I'd be cussing and you'd be like, I'd be screaming. The ramp up to this, the learning curve is huge.
It's huge. Like, it is.
Oh, no problem. I'll tell you how to use OBS. No, don't worry about it. And you take my hand and walk me through that stuff. It was crazy, Mike, but it's crazy.
Well, look at you now. 150,000 subs almost. You're almost there. Like, look at this. Like, this is incredible.
This is amazing. Then we have all this equipment here, and I know how to use it all now. But there was a time I didn't, and I'd be calling you up and screaming, and
we'd be figuring it out together.
Back in the day.
That's awesome.
With Big Cell, I would be calling him up, and he'd be calling me up, and all these guys. Hollywood taught me so much, man. So
it's amazing.
Just very thankful it's just been a hell of a run, man. Hell of a run. So we're gonna march this Christmas out. People are popping firecrackers. Oh shoot, it's Christmas Day here.
Already. Oh, you already hit it. See, I'm at 9:10 in the morning or 9:10 p.m. for me.
It's Christmas Day. I can't believe it, man. So it's Christmas Day. It's Christmas Day. Everybody say it's Christmas Day. It's Christmas Day. It's Christmas Day. I can't believe. It's Christmas Day.
Wow. Yeah, you have to have a use for everything, okay? You have to have a use for everything.
That was a use case there. I've been looking for a use case.
It's pretty hard with that one.
I've been looking.
At least you're trying.
I've been wanting to use that one forever. Everybody just tuned off.
Everyone's like, all right, see you later.
Oh yeah, he's bored.
Way too good.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah, these toys, man. These toys. Anyway, I want to tell anybody that's starting out a new YouTube channel, do not buy this shit. Okay. Yeah. This is not necessary. All that's necessary is something to talk about and doing it at the same time when you promise you're going to do it and being on time.
Yep.
All this other stuff, that's nice to have, but all you need to start out with is a cell phone and a microphone.
That's right. How did you do it? Right?
Yeah.
That's exactly what you did.
And then I got this stuff.
Right. See, you don't have to get that to be like, oh, I need to wait until I get this to start and do this. No. Your best equipment is the equipment that you have. Use it.
Yes, use it. And make your channel pay for this stuff.
Right. Facts.
Right. So you don't need this stuff. Oh, I can't start until I get $1,000 worth of. No,
don't worry about that.
Use your $1,300 cell phone that you already have.
Yep,
and,
that's good enough.
And your microphone, you get a nice microphone, a cell phone, and a condenser thing that goes a interface, and you will be fine if you want to do live. But the best thing to do is start off with videos and not this whole live thing.
True.
This is a lot of money to invest and make the channel pay for it.
Yep.
If I can just give you any.
All right, Mike. Facts. Much
Anything
love,
else, man? That's it.
No, I appreciate you sincerely, and I hope that you and Tia have an absolute amazing Christmas. I'll talk to you tomorrow, I'm sure of it. And for everyone in the chat as well, as I'm heading out, thank you guys for having me. Sincerely, from the bottom of my heart, appreciate you guys. And we'll see you guys on the flip side. Appreciate you guys, and I'll let Dragon, do his ending by himself. Much love, y'all.
All right, young man, take care. I don't know where he got that button. Oh, I got one too. Hey, listen, you guys, Merry Christmas to you. Thank you so much for having me into your homes. Thank you for letting your kids listening to me. Thank you for letting your wives listen to me, your families listen to me. Thank you for trusting me. And thank you for buying my books. My newest book, Social Club's Bible, is not going to be on the shelf in just a couple days. You can already order it by tomorrow. You'll be able to order it from blackdragonsgear.com. And the Social Club's Bible is to teach and show women in social clubs. It explains everything about the motorcycle set, about prospecting, about the ranks, about everything you want to know about the motorcycle club set and motorcycle clubs and social clubs. So check that book out, and it's going to be available everywhere, but you can get it from blackdragonsgear.com starting like tomorrow, I believe, Christmas Day. So I'm Black Dragon. That's my 2 cents. Love to hear your 2 cents in the comment section below. Thank you for this last year. Thank you for the last 7 years. Thank you for so much you've done for me and so much that you've given to me, each and every one of you. When you come up to me and say hello in a store or something or you come up and you start quoting out of my book and everything, I feel it from the bottom of my heart. Merry Christmas to you. Please look out for those who might not have anyone. Suicide happens a lot this year, this time of year. So make sure that you're checking on your veterans. Make sure you're checking on people that have recently lost loved ones, recently divorced. People might not tell you. People that are really intent on suicide are not going to tell you. And we've got to be looking real hard to find those soldiers with PTSD, those people that have lost limbs, have lost legs, have sacrificed, have lost loved ones, have lost pets, aren't feeling too great, that might be socially or mentally afflicted, or even maybe drug or alcohol dependent. We got to look for those people and save their lives and make sure that someone knows that they love them, that someone else loves them. Hey, think of the motorcycle club not as I, but as we. Stop saying I, me, mine, mine. In 2024, start saying we. Yes, we can. And make sure to try to find a way to treat your brothers and sisters and even strangers individually as precious pieces of irreplaceable gold. And perhaps you will extend the life of someone else, make them feel great, and make your MC more incredible. That's my 2 cents. Prepare yourself to take the helm as president of your mighty motorcycle club by delving into the pages of Black Dragon's newest book, The President's Bible, Chronicle 1, Principles of Motorcycle Club Leadership. There you will learn to advance your skills in applying the 14 scientific principles of leadership similar to those taught to officers in the United States Naval Service. Available in hardcover, paperback, and ebook. Get yours today on Amazon, Kindle, or order it at your local bookstore. Order your autographed copy from blackdragonsgear.com. Be the best motorcycle club president you can be. Get the book.
Get Black Dragon's first book, The Prospect's Bible, to learn how to join a motorcycle club. It has been an Amazon #1 bestseller for the past 7 years and is required reading for over 3,000 motorcycle clubs worldwide. This book is a must-have for new people venturing onto the motorcycle club set. It will teach you how to prepare yourself for service to the motorcycle club nation and show you how to qualify a motorcycle club to be worthy of your service. Available on Amazon, Kindle, and for order at your local bookstore. Get your autographed copy at blackdragonsgear.com. Be the best motorcycle club prospect you can be. Get the book.